Pete Nikos of On3 has done a good job of following this story with Tennessee, Virginia, and the NCAA. So what is the very latest? Four Downs brought to you by Dynasty Pools and Spas. Let's jump in the hot tub with Cooper Mays.
Cooper Mays here. Hit like and subscribe.
All right. What down, Coop?
Coop here. First down.
All right. What's the latest deal? Basically, a judge kind of gets in the way with a ruling, but says that he thinks Tennessee and Virginia will win. What can you tell us about the latest ruling, Caleb?
So basically, the latest ruling is that a judge rejected Tennessee and Virginia's request for a temporary restraining order against the NCAA's NIL rules. That would have effectively ended all regulations on NIL right now until this is over. The judge said, no, we're going to keep the regulations in place. We're not going to end them. But then also said this is being done based on the consideration of the evidence that the plaintiffs are likely to succeed on the merits of their claim. So what the judge basically said is, hey, Tennessee and Virginia, y'all are likely to win this case. So this restraining order is not needed. So we'll let it stay in place now, which also means, by the way, that Tennessee and Virginia and other places and other players too could probably seek financial compensation from the NCAA once they lose this case.
That would that not be classic if not only college football wins led by Tennessee and Virginia, but the NCAA also has to pay back some cash?
Would that be epic.
Would that not be as good as it gets? By the way, I talked to a guy with knowledge in the Super Conference. Look for 50 teams. That appears to be the magic number. That's what I was told.
Okay.
But
that's the other thing.
That was out of kind of left field, I know, but we're talking about the evolution of college football. So I was told 50 will be their magic number.
Well, that's actually my speculation on this. I think one of the reasons the judge rejected the TRO was saying, hey, college programs, I'm giving you time to get your act together. Figure out how to create a league without the NCAA. I think that's pretty much what the judge told him, isn't it?
Yep, I think it is. I'm going to leave the shirt up here for a moment that you can order and you can zoom in on it because I believe in you. You can go to our merch store and purchase the NCAA versus Tennessee. It should be Tennessee versus the NCAA. I don't know why I keep saying that backwards, but if you want to go ahead and order that shirt, I will put a link in the message board and you can also check it out right there. It looks pretty tight to me. All right, what down now? Is it Cooper Mays?
Cooper Mays here. Second down.
It is second down, Coop. And the question is this good pub for Tennessee or does it really matter?
I actually think it's good pub for the school because of the way Danny White and Donde Plowman responded. I don't know if it's good pub for like any of the Virginia schools because the state got on board. I didn't hear anything from Virginia Tech or UVA, and I don't think you did either. Did I miss something, Dave?
No, that's a good point. It just seems like I don't know how Virginia got involved, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't either. But I think this is a good pub for Tennessee specifically the university because of how vocal Danny White and Donde Plowman were. Look, they just came out and said our players should get whatever the heck they want to get. They should make whatever the heck they want to make. And if you come to Tennessee, we're going to openly try to get you paid, and we don't care what anybody says. That's effectively what they said.
Dylan says all pub is good pub. I agree with that 99% of the time. Now, you don't want to be Baylor or Penn State, but 90% of the time, I will agree with you. Good pub is good pub. And I think Tennessee is painted as the school that is most fighting for the college athlete right now. And that might be a column. As a matter of fact, say something insightful while I write that down right now.
Yes, Tennessee is actually, I said this about...
All you got to do is say something insightful.
I said 4 years ago, Tennessee could be a lead again if they got out ahead of the curve by paying players before it was
right. No, you didn't get my joke. I was going to say something insightful, and then you say something insightful.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm about to be a dad, and I have way better dad jokes than that.
Oh, wow. What down? Coop, who's not a father.
Tennessee center Cooper Mays here. Third down.
Timeline on two things. When are we going to see this case done? And when are we going to see a super conference? I'm going to say before this football season, this case will be done because it's moving rapidly. And I've already said that I think the super conference will happen in less than 5 years, probably around 3.
I think this case is going to be done within a year and a half. I do. I think it's going to be a year and a half. This case will be over. The NCAA will lose, and the NCAA, as we know it, is over. And I think at that point, the NCAA, I think there's a chance I think you'll see college football operating kind of a no man's land for about 3 years after that. And I think by 2030, you have your super conference.
A limited time run on the t-shirt, the state of Tennessee versus the NCAA t-shirt. It is right there. We're not going to have it up forever, so please order now, and we will print all of those, and we will get them out to you here in just about a month. So, Caleb, someone asked when the due date was. Do you want to share that?
I don't think there is a due date. I could be wrong on that, but I don't have the exact timeline yet for the expected dates of the case. So
I was a big inducer. I was a big inducer, but I still would drive like it was an emergency because that was an opportunity to open it up a little bit and drive like 100 miles an hour down Kingston Pike. Just saying. Okay. I mean, it's
okay.
fun.
All right.
If you want to do that, go ahead. All right. So, what will eventually happen before we jump into a conversation about basketball, football, and more with Jimmy Hyams? What down will that be, Coop?
Cooper Mays here. Second down.
All right. Thank you. Here
That's not
go.
second down.
Is that second? What, Coop?
All SEC center Cooper Mays here. Fourth down.
Thank you, Coop. All right. The timeline. When will this actually happen? Or what will be? We've got the timeline. What will be the eventual ruling in 1 minute? We give you that answer. Having the best spas made right here in the United States of America in your backyard. Dynasty Pools and Spas. Their showroom is open in Athens, right off the interstate. You can stop by and check out the best hot tubs and spas in the market. And then delivery, yes, they can do that to Knoxville or Chattanooga. They've got complete support, spa cover, and chemicals to keep your spa bubbling at its best. They also have pool chemicals as well. Dynasty Pools and Spas, amazing discounts for first responders, military, and even some blemish models that can save you a ton, and no one will ever notice. Mention Off the Hook Sports, get $500 off. Mention Off the Hook Sports, get $500 off. Dynasty Pools and Spas. Go to dynastypoolsandspas.com or stop by that showroom in Athens. dynastypoolsandspas.com. Dynasty Pools and Spas. Okay, so we talked timeline and the eventual ruling. Let's bring Jimmy Hyams in here. Jimmy, nice enough to join us on a Wednesday. Jimmy, as far as the lawsuit, first, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Dave. Hope you're doing well, Caleb.
I am. The lawsuit, Tennessee versus the NCAA, let me get your thoughts on fourth down. What kind of eventual ruling? What will college football look like eventually when all the dust settles?
You might as well ask me who's going to win the soccer league in Europe. I don't know. The NCAA is unpredictable. Courts are unpredictable. Where this thing's going to go. Here is what I think is going to eventually happen. I think that you're going to see major programs in college football break away from the NCAA to this point. They're going to say, NCAA, we're going to set our own rules, our own guidelines. We're going to operate the college football playoff. We're going to have 60 teams, maybe 80 teams, whoever wants to join them. I still think it would be under the auspices of the NCAA, but the NCAA won't tell them what to do. They'll have their own rules. And the reason I think you won't see a clear breakaway from the NCAA, I'm not sure how you can have a football conference, even a power conference, and not have the NCAA for all of your other sports. And so I think that's why you're going to see football have autonomy, and then the NCAA basically governs the other sports.
I can see that. I think that I think Greg Sankey is going to be the king of college football. I think someone told me the magic number was 50 in schools, and then Sankey would pretty much head it up. Would either of those things surprise you, Jimmy?
I think the number would be more than that, but I wouldn't be surprised. But here's the thing too, and I think it would likely be Sankey. But I also think there would be some resistance from the Big Ten commissioner and the ACC membership, because they're going to look, oh, well, he's just going to favor the SEC. So I wonder if you're better off having a more independent person running it rather than Sankey, although I think Sankey would be the most logical choice if they do pick a current conference commissioner.
All right. Let's get to. Yes, go ahead, Caleb.
I know Dave didn't even give me the fourth down play, Jimmy. He always forgets me when you come on. You ever notice that? He's like, oh, you know what? We could just kick Caleb off the show.
I'm a bad co-host, bad person.
All I was going to say is I think you're going to see way more lawsuits come out of this after this all settles, because the next round of this is there's antitrust violation fights right now. And in about 3 years, you're going to see antitrust laws and Title IX laws come head to head with each other in federal courts. And there's going to have to be new legislation, because if football breaks off, that's going to be seen as a violation of Title IX. And you're going to start seeing women's sports athletes, and not just women's sports, but like male golf sports athletes suing that their programs are not being propped up. So we may be done with the antitrust side of this.
Yeah.
But then we're on the surface of the Title IX side of this.
Help me on that one, Caleb. Why would breaking off in football impact Title IX? Help me with that.
Well, I don't know if they're affiliated with the university. There's probably going to be some legal. I don't know what they are, but my guess is there would be some legal loopholes to jump through to say you want to break off, but you still, as an affiliate of the university, because you're still going to be an affiliate of the university. At the very least, they'll be selling their licensing name. You know, they could, maybe the other lesser sports could sue and say, well, they're still affiliated, so they should still be under the fold with the rest of us. So we should all get equal funding no matter who brings in the revenue. And it should be still treated in the socialistic way that it's treated. I'm just saying, I don't think we're done. I think somebody's going to sue over that.